Alright lads, so the new 1000-year Blood War versions of Nemu, Nanao, and Yachiru are releasing tomorrow, but with that we also do have a few campaign news to go over today regarding round 3 of the 10th anniversary and 1000-year Blood War campaign, and also the Brave Souls Festival campaign because that is being held November 3rd. So first up, in regards to the 1000-year Blood War campaign, of course, like already stated, we are getting a new banner tomorrow with Nemu, Nanao, and also Yachiru. All 3 characters are really good. We'll speak about the banner once more later today. I do think these characters are worth pulling for, but at the same time, you can skip them, as we are very quickly leading up to the end of year banner, which I would recommend everyone saves orbs for. So if you're not big fans of Yachiru, Nemu, or Nanao, but you still kind of want them, maybe do some summons on this banner, but keep in mind all the other banners that are going to be releasing over the next month. And just make sure you have some type of orb saved up for the end of year banner, because that's usually one of the biggest banners of the year. After that, we have a login bonus. If you log in throughout the entire month, you are going to get Spirit Orbs and also Rainbow Links or potions. Of course, continuing on the trend of the 10th anniversary, we also do have the new limited time exchange shop being updated. So in this case, for this month, we can get these particular items, the noteworthy ones here being the accessories more so, at least in my opinion. You can get the 30% strong attack damage and normal attack damage item for speed Soripers, power Soripers, and also heart Soripers. Alongside that, for the first half of the month, we are going to get 2 6-star summon tickets. One is going to be a random premium, and then one will be a selector of seasonal characters. Now, this is what the character pool is looking like. There's actually a decent selection here. The standout, of course, being Swimsuit Candice, who is a 1000-year Blood War character. Bambieto was featured last month, so most likely guaranteed at this point that next month we will see Swimsuit Menina featured as a character here. So in case you are missing them, that's a new character to pick up. But then also with that, you have some older characters, seasonals that very rarely ever return, and some recently still good characters like Orihime. Both Orihimes of that matter. So like always, when it comes to this particular selection, it's pick your favorite character. There's no like amazing or bad pick. The best character you can pick by far is going to be Candice. She's really good in Guild Quest and even has usage in Brave Battle content as a somewhat counter stall unit to 1000-year Blood War Uryu. But at the same time, she is also a 1000-year Blood War character that came out last year, so you do see her quite often as a filler. I mean, me personally, I have her max transcended and I never even summoned her on the banner that she came out on. So if you are missing her, she's definitely the best character to pick, but at the same time, she might come back often, you know, as opposed to Spirit Society Rukia. Very rarely are you ever going to see her on a banner, so feel free to pick whatever character you want to. There's no bad characters. As long as you're getting a new character, guaranteed orbs, then you're doing the right thing. With that, to get those items, you are going to have to do all these event orders. So every 10 days, there will be new orders to do. And keep in mind, you don't have to do every single one of them to get all the items. I mean, you probably know by now because it's been out for a few months, but usually you can skip out on a lot of these event orders. But I think they actually have changed it for the better to a certain extent. I believe before, it was always a win Brave battles. I'm not sure when this change was made. Maybe it was last month, but I'm only now realizing it. The event orders themselves are super easy to do. All you have to do is defeat enemies, enter a guild quest, but the most difficult one for some players, especially those that didn't have Uryu, and now especially Chad, it was winning Brave Battle games. So now all you have to do is complete them. But one of the big ones is to use certain Soripers, so this is the list of characters for the first 10 days of November. Then the next round is going to want you to use these particular characters. Does this hint at any upcoming character? Probably not. I think they learned their lesson from August. So just keep an eye on when these event orders do change over and what characters you do need to use. After that, we have the point event. In this case, it's just a normal point event. But we also do have the Mayuri Epic Raid returning. I think this might be the first or second time it has returned. But this one is quite noteworthy because it is finally reintroducing the Epic Raid Challenge campaign. That was one of my biggest gripes with the anniversary, is that we didn't have this, especially for those that are starting during said anniversary. But what this does mean is that throughout the month of November, we are going to be able to earn twice as many Epic Raid medals as usual. Alongside that, we are also going to have a limited time exchange shop to get pretty much most of the past familiars, at least ones that you can get from Epic Raids. The Cinderella, the Kon, and Osushi Epic Raid familiars will not be available in this selection, unless they decide to change that. But this is a great way to get past familiars. Maybe you are missing some, maybe you want to get one of your favorites like Bambieto, Yuha, or Esnot, for example. This is a great way to get them again, but also most importantly, if you do want to maximize your damage output in Epic Raid content, you do want to pick up the Kenpachi and also Toshiro familiars, as they are the best familiars for every Epic Raid, as they do offer you 20% strong attack damage. Mostly any other familiar is super situational when it comes to Epic Raid gameplay, but with the idea of just brute forcing your way through it, clearing it as fast as possible, you're definitely going to want to use the Toshiro and also Kenpachi Epic Raid familiars. But with that, these are going to be the bonus characters, so for the 3 times damage and 100% more medals, you do want to use the 3 new characters. But alongside that, they've also added all these characters as new fillers, 25%, but they are getting that 2 times damage output. And this, any character here that is featured does mean they are returning, or at least that's normally the case, does mean they are returning in the month of November. So some interesting ones, to say the least, is going to be the Magic Society characters. They're potentially returning, but also Balgo. Are we getting another Bandwidth rerun already? Potentially, but also with that, you also do have the other characters. So again, Ichigo and also Ruki are still bonuses. These were the old 50% medal bonuses when the Epic Raid first released, and then you also have these characters too. After that, we have our next set of Limit Breaking quests. We have already spoke about it in the past, so if you want to know the best character to use for that, I recommend you guys check out that video. We also have some paid packs. Don't really recommend buying these. The character selection this time around isn't anything super great. And then we have our usual beginner content, Path to Power, Path to Friendship, and also the ad viewing campaign to get more character slots and accessory slots for free. But that's not all, because we also then do have the Brave Souls Festival campaign. So there's 2 campaigns going on at the same time. So the first one is that if you do log in on the 2nd all the way throughout basically the rest of the year, you will get a limited time accessory, which is the Brave Souls Festival card, which is pretty cool. Now, there have been 2 other accessories data mined in the game, these 2 in particular. So I'm wondering now how we are going to be able to get those. Maybe those are exclusive accessories for those that go to the event. As a collector, it would be kind of a shame for me to miss out on some rare accessories, but there are 2 more accessories coming to the game. Whether you get it by going to the event or we get it at a later time is unknown, but I guess we will find out in due time. This accessory, though, is only 20% coin drop. It's actually pretty decent. If you are farming coins, you would definitely use it. But it's more so, like always, a collector's item, just to show you were playing the game at that specific time. We also do have a Brave Souls Festival campaign summons. So the banner format is actually really good. Unfortunately, the character pool isn't the greatest, so I don't think anyone will be summoning on this, nor do I recommend it. It's only here for 2 days for some reason, so it's a super short limited time. But it only features these 12 units. It's quite a random selection, some recent premiums, some decent seasonal, some anniversary characters, and 3 random Blood War units. Again, don't recommend summoning on it, but if you want to summon on it, let's say you're a massive hypothetical fan of Byakuya and you want to max transcend him. We're talking a very specific situation now, but it is guaranteed every 3 steps. And then step 10, you do actually guarantee a character of your choice. So the format is good. I just kind of wish the character selection was better to make it more worthwhile summoning. Because with that format, if this was a bunch of recent Blood War characters that released in like the last year and a half, that actually would have been a decent selection. And something that I might have recommended summoning on. Once more, as expected, starting on the 4th, we also do have Aaroniero and Ichigo returning. They'll be here until the 18th, so keep that in mind. If you don't want to summon straight away, you can wait till near the end of the end date, and then we will find out what the mid-month characters are going to be. In fact, before this banner even starts, we're going to know what the mid-month characters are going to be. Remember, it is a Spirit Society and Orange Society character, because they will be getting revealed in the Brave Souls Festival. For those that aren't going, we won't know what they look like per se, unless someone describes them in great detail. But the characters that they are behind the silhouette, we will know on the 3rd. Now, this selection also isn't really super amazing. It's just recent premium units. There's some decent characters here, you know, more so Hallibell. But regardless of how good or bad the filler was going to be, even though Aaroniero and Ichigo are really good characters, really fun characters too. Like, I really do like playing with them, especially Aaroniero. They are also premium. In a year where we get nothing but limited banners, like quite literally after 10th anniversary, we've had nothing but limited characters. It's not really worth spending orbs on characters like this right now. You're better off just testing your luck and trying to get them at a later time in a better banner when they become fillers, or get them through summon tickets. But if you really want to, it wouldn't hurt you to do the first 2 discounted steps if you are missing Aaroniero and Ichigo, because if you can get them in the 2 discounted steps, then it is worth it. Anything more than that is a bit too risky, especially because you aren't guaranteed Ichigo or Aaroniero until step 25. Now, after that, we do have the Brave Souls Fest co-op quest. This is kind of different to what we have seen in the past. I thought it would be the normal co-op quest that we do get to farm links or potions and maybe get some summon tickets. But this starts on the 2nd. It's only here for a week until the 9th. But it's pretty much a daily quest that you do 1 time a day to get a guaranteed essence scroll. Hopefully more than 1, but this is a start. This is something that I wanted to see and would love for it to be a monthly occurrence. Honestly, any more essence scrolls we can get, I'll gladly take. And I'm saying that as someone that has over 200s. We need a lot of essence scrolls, especially if you are transcending characters on a regular basis. And I would love to see Essence Scrolls more available, and this basically is a start. The idea is that you do it once a day, you get a guaranteed Essence Scroll, again, hopefully more. And there are bonus characters that do increase the amount of damage that you can deal, while also increasing the extra stage appearance rate by 200%. But keep in mind, the extra stage item is just a Rainbow Super Elixir Potion. So you don't need to bring bonus characters. you would more so want to bring them because they do have that extra damage so you can clear the quest faster. But realistically, you can bring any character you want to. But there are some really good characters here anyway that are featured, so you probably are going to want to bring these characters, whether that's the 100 million Ichigo and also Okura, the anniversary remakes of Aizen and also Byakuya, 10th anniversary units, Ichigo, Rukia, and also Uryu, past anniversary characters, and of course the new characters. After that, surprisingly, this is something that we don't see all too often. We have a paid pack that's going to cost around $20, where you actually can get some extra crests. This is something that a lot of games do where they let you buy items in-game. I'm kind of here for it, only because the character packs that we have been getting are just really outdated. Me personally, I'm more inclined to spend money on items like this than a character that came out 4 years ago. Now keep in mind, in case you are wondering, 1,000 crests is only basically 4 days. So by no means do you have to buy this. But as weird as this sounds, I've been wanting items like this to be purchasable. Essence scrolls, even special move sources I would actually spend money on. Again, anything other than the outdated character packs that we didn't even cover in this video. But that's basically here for the entire month. And then also, fortunately, this is something that we've also been talking about quite a lot, especially when we do the update video going over the new page in the attribute tree grounds. I've been saying there should be periods where we just get double rewards. And that's exactly what's happening this month. So if we scroll down here, this seems to be a campaign that hopefully happens on a regular basis. I would like to see this return at the end of the year, maybe eventually be permanent. So starting on the 2nd to the 9th, the amount of crests that we can receive will be increased. I believe it also means more orbs, by the way, because it will be another quest, so you can actually get 10 more orbs for clearing this quest. But what you usually hear is that what you normally get on a daily, regular basis is 240 crests of each attribute. For a week after that date, on the 2nd to the 9th, we'll be getting upwards to 400, so almost a double increase. Again, this is pretty cool. Like to see more stuff like this, would like to see this more often. So if you haven't been doing the daily quest, I would recommend at least doing it during this time because you are getting 400 a day. And with that in mind, these are the bonus characters. It's the new characters, it's still Rukia and Ichigo, and then you also have characters that are in the end of month banner alongside some resurrectable characters, so most people should be able to get +5. And then lastly, it's not mentioned anywhere in any of the campaign news, but we are getting more free multis. We currently have some going on right now, but this one's kind of noteworthy because it does actually feature newer characters that came out this year. This is pretty much like the fastest we've ever seen characters become free in the free summons. So I would assume this selection is going to go up to pretty much like the early of 2025 before Ichigo and Okura came out. But you can see here that, you know, Gin is also featured and also Yumachika. So that full likely means that Rin is also going to be there, Haribo and Stark are going to be there. Since Gin's there, Tosho's also going to be there. So some recent premium and seasonal characters that, you know, came out in the last 10 months should be featured here. And given that most of the time you are spending your orbs on limited time banners, like every end of month banner, right? You might even be missing some of these cards. Or even if you do have them, there might be some decent duplicates to get. I know me personally, I am missing Yumachika, so I would like to pick him up from this selection. But either way, with that said, that's pretty much the campaign news that we did get this time around. Some pretty good stuff coming our way. Hope you liked and enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.